Hi guys, welcome back to Movie Chat and More, and if you're here for the very first time, welcome. My name is Richard, in desperate need of a haircut. Uh, but yeah, what we're talking about today is movie-going experiences, cinema experiences, good ones and bad ones. Uh, the first film I ever saw at the cinema was Jurassic Park. I was 13, yeah, 1993, yeah, so I would have been 13, I think. Please excuse my maths. I'm not a mathematician, but yeah. Anyway, on from that, I loved it. I absolutely adored Jurassic Park at the cinema. Uh, what better film to begin your movie-going experience with? I mean, there probably are many others, but for me, excuse me, for me, I got very lucky in Jurassic Park, which went on to become the most successful film of all time right up until I think Titanic in 1997 or 96, 97 Titanic. Yeah, and so I feel very privileged that Jurassic Park was my first ever movie-going experience, and what a film, what a classic, and it still holds up today. In my opinion, it's better than all of the sequels. The Lost World was okay, but I did see The Lost World at the cinema as well, and I, I was about 17, I think, and I walked out and I was disappointed. I loved Jeff Goldblum's performance in that movie. I think the guy is fantastic in virtually anything he's in. He's certainly my favorite character. He is certainly my favorite character from the first Jurassic Park. And I haven't seen the new Jurassic, but I hear I've seen a bit part. He's got a little bit, Jeff Goldblum's got a bit part in the new Jurassic film, which I'll probably watch that just for that. Yeah, I'm a big Jeff Goldblum fan. And of course, yeah, movie-going experiences. I can only think of good ones at the moment. There's a couple of bad ones. Let's stay positive. Uh, the second film I saw at the cinema was The Flintstones, 1994. And please forgive me, I saw this 4 times. 4 times. You're thinking, why did he even go and see it the first time? I went to see that 1994. I was 14. My maths is getting better, and I didn't really enjoy it the first time round, but I was a massive fan of the Flintstones cartoon TV sitcom series, whatever you want to call it. And I came back a little bit deflated. It didn't live up to what my expectations. Maybe I went in too high. My expectation. No, 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 no. My expectations were too high going in to see that movie. And yeah, but I went to see it again. I kind of enjoyed it. And again, and then again. And yeah, I quite like the original. Well, you know what I mean. It's not Flintstones Viva Vegas or whatever they called it. The original Flintstones 1994 with John Goodman as Fred Flintstone. Yeah, I quite enjoyed it. Like I say, the first time around, it wasn't that great, but it grew on me, and it grew on me, and I mean, we're talking 1994. I mean, we didn't pay £15 to see a film back in 1994. I mean, you may have done. Comment down below and tell me how much you paid to see a film in 1994. If you did, it was about £2.50. £2.50 to go and see a film back then, and that was crazy. Well, at the time it wasn't. It was normal at the time, but yeah. So the next one I remember seeing at the cinema, and I love this film at the cinema, and to this day it remains one of my favorite films, not of all time, but one of my favorite films. And The Cable Guy. The Cable Guy, 1996, I think that one was. Jim Carrey, It was a massive box office flop. It bombed. Everybody hated it apart from me. No, 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 no. I know you may have liked it too. You may have liked it too. So comment down below. Let me know what you think of The Cable Guy. Have you any thoughts of that film? Do you think it's too dark, as many people did? I loved it. I love the darkness. I love the dark comedy of that film, and Jim Carrey's performance in that film is mind-blowing. I mean, there are parts in that movie where you see just what an actor slash comedian Jim Carrey really is. I'm not here to say comedians are not actors, actors are not comedians, blah, blah, blah. I'm just saying, for me, that was the first Jim Carrey film I saw where I thought, wow, this guy can act. This guy is not messing around. He's no clown. He may be a clown in front of the camera, but in front of the camera, he doesn't always have to be one. This man is a good actor. So that's The Cable Guy. I remember seeing that. I loved it, and I still love it. I watch it quite a lot. After that, it would probably have to be Titanic. Now, it's another film. It did pretty well at the box office, unlike Cable Guy. It did pretty well. It made its money, didn't it? Titanic made its money. James Cameron did pretty well. I saw this film again 4 times. Now, this is how films make their money when it comes to cinema releases. If you go and see it once, great. What they want you to do is go and see their movie 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. That's how they make their money. That's what I've been told, and I truly believe that. And Titanic certainly made a hell of a lot of money. It cost a lot of money to make. 200 million, I think it was, Titanic, the budget. But it made its money and more, and we all know that. And yeah, I went to see that movie 4 times because I love it. I absolutely adore Titanic. Leonardo DiCaprio is fantastic in the movie. Kate Winslet. Billy Zane, the bad guy of Titanic, is fantastic in the movie. Everything is great. James Horner, of course, did the music. There's nothing, in my opinion, not to love about Titanic. It's a masterpiece from James Cameron. The next one I can think of is Halloween. Yeah, sporting little Mikey Myers today. Halloween, H2O, which would have been 1998. But there must have been a few films in between that I'm skipping. Not necessarily deliberately, but I am skipping films. Halloween H2O, 1998. 20 years later. Disregarding number 4, number 5, well, also number 3, but number 3, had nothing to do with Michael Myers anyway. And number 6, they pretended number 6 didn't happen, and I love that because it got rid of the entire ridiculous Curse of Thorn storyline. And it went back to the roots, and some people hate Halloween H2O, some people love it, some people put up with it. I saw it at the cinema, and it was the first, of course, for me, Halloween film I ever saw at the cinema. I liked it. Spoiler alert, just in case you've never seen it, although I know you have. Well, I'm guessing. When Michael Myers gets his head chopped off at the end, I mean, there's always a way to bring him back in these movies. It's like Jason Voorhees. I mean, Jason Voorhees in Friday the 13th, there's always a way to bring him back. Freddy Krueger, Nightmare on Elm Street. Isn't he normally brought back before the next one begins? there's some kind of, you hear the music, the Nightmare on Elm Street theme tune, well, one of them, and it plays gently, and there's a shadow or something or other telling us there's going to be another Freddy film. But with Michael Myers and Halloween H2O, head chopped off. You ain't coming back from that. And that's what I didn't like about the film. Because I know there are a lot of people, and I've done a video on this, I think. I have done a video. Check out my channel, you'll see. Why do some, not all, maybe not necessarily you, maybe you, why do you want Michael Myers? Why do so many people who claim to adore this character of Michael Myers, why do they want to see him die? I don't get it. And in Halloween H2O, he did. That was supposed to be the last film, let's face it, it was. But they always find a way to bring these guys back. But I thought coming out, I'm going back when I was 18 years old, 1998, and I thought, well, that's that. He's a goner. We're never going to see Michael Myers in a new Halloween film again. How wrong I was, because in 2002, they re-released then, a lot of people wouldn't like that. They released Halloween Resurrection, which is another hated film in the franchise. Yeah, I'll tell you something. For a franchise that's very, very successful, for a franchise as successful as Halloween is, I'm surprised how many haters there are for so many of these installments. Halloween 4, a lot of people like Halloween 4. As you may or may not know, Halloween 4 is my personal favorite, just below the original. But yeah, I mean, Halloween 5, wow, just look at YouTube. I mean, everyone's entitled to their opinion. You may hate Halloween 5, you may love Halloween 5. It was the first video I did on Movie Chat and More. It was about Halloween 5. Is it so bad? And no, I don't think it is. Anyway, I'm going off on tangents again. I do that. I do apologize. I do tend to ramble. Excuse me, my throat gets dry during these videos. Yeah. Movie-going experiences. What's the next one I remember? Actually, I skipped a very important one, I think. 1996, Independence Day. Can't skip that one. Independence Day, Will Smith, Jeff Goldblum again. Yeah, brilliant film. And a fantastic movie-going experience. This one did not get a standing ovation or an applaud at the end, but I feel it should have done. Now, when I went to see Jurassic Park, I wasn't expecting what was going to happen at the end. I did not expect the entire movie theater to stand up. I didn't expect all these people to stand up and start clapping. Well, actually, they probably didn't all stand up, but everybody in that cinema was clapping at the end of Jurassic Park, and I wasn't expecting that. But because it was so great, I respected that, and I started clapping too. I applauded too. At the end of Independence Day, I thought the same thing was going to happen, because it was so brilliant. And I do apologize for these generic words such as brilliant and awesome, but it's just me, guys. We just shoot in the breeze. Yeah, I was expecting that kind of response, because I think it's probably, in my personal opinion, just as good as Jurassic Park. It's a completely different film, completely different directors, but Independence Day, the movie-going experience was brilliant for Jurassic. It was my first film at the cinema, and the applaud at the end was great. Independence Day was one of those films where, wow, if you've seen it, and you probably have, if you haven't, spoiler alert, Independence Day had many scenes that would have you on edge. There's a scene in the operating theater, or some kind of, it could be Area 51. I haven't seen the film for a long time, so bear with me, please. Please. And the alien comes to life. The alien is asleep, there's an operation going on, the alien comes to life, and everyone in the cinema jumped. And it was great. It was fantastic. I jumped. You know, it was a movie-going experience like no other. But there was no applaud at the end, and I made my peace with that quite quickly. But it would have been nice. But the scene in Independence Day, which makes it probably one of the greatest cinema experiences in my life, is the speech. Bill Pullman's speech. You all know the speech I'm talking about. It's just before they're about to fight back and kick E.T.'s ass. You know? The speech, we will not go quietly into the night. We're going to survive. We're going to live on. Today we celebrate our Independence Day. I've even got goosebumps thinking of it. It's one of the greatest cinema experiences in my life. Bill Pullman's speech in Independence Day. President Whitmore. We all know he played the president, but his name was bugging me. President Whitmore, I think. Yeah. Please correct me if I'm wrong on that. Yeah. So then you got Titanic. Brilliant. Yeah. There's quite a few good movie-going experiences I've had. What about Star Wars films? Hit and miss. Very hit and miss. I went to see the re-releases. This time they are re-releases of A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, A Return of the Jedi, back in 97, 98, somewhere around that time. And this is when they had jazzed it all up and they put the special effects. They didn't just remaster it, they rehauled the entire films. And I enjoyed all three of them. I still preferred, I think at the time, the originals, because the originals have a lot of good memories for me. And they made you. Are you a Star Wars fan? How am I going to know? Comment down below and let me know. Do you like Star Wars? Hit and miss at the cinema. Very hit and miss. I mean, like I said, I thoroughly enjoyed those three. Seeing those three at the cinema, wow, seeing those three films and that opening. Dead. You know what I'm talking about? Star Wars, Episode 4, Episode 5. Seeing that a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, seeing that for the first time in a cinema, it gave me goosebumps. Even then, a lot of films give me goosebumps, don't they? No, I'm being honest, guys. I'm being honest. I wouldn't lie to you. Yeah, brilliant. Then along came The Phantom Menace. I was 19 years old when I went to see that. And it's crap. I'm sorry, but if you like it, that's up to you, and that is great. If you love The Phantom Menace, that is brilliant. If it's your favorite Star Wars film, if it's your favorite film of all time, that's brilliant. Me, it's crap. The Phantom Menace basically tells the story of a trade dispute. Yeah. I know the story had to start somewhere. It couldn't just jump into everything, the excitement, straight away. It tried. I mean, there were some scenes in The Phantom Menace I like. I like the final saber death scene, the war. Can't think of Darth Maul. Yeah, brilliant. He was a shining light in The Phantom Menace. Probably for me the only shining light in The Phantom Menace. And the little kid was cute. Anakin Skywalker. I can't think of his name. I know the last time I heard he's having some problems, that kid. He was in Jingle All the Way with Arnold Schwarzenegger as well. So, yeah, he was cute. Of course, we all know what he becomes, so it's hard to actually look and think, oh, he's really cute, because Yep, Darth Vader. We all know who Anakin is. But yeah, it had its moments, but not a great cinema experience for me. The second Star Wars film, Episode 2, I didn't see at cinema. Episode 3, I did. Revenge of the Sith. I saw that. I still remember seeing that, and I loved it. Well, I really liked it. I didn't love it. I really liked it. It was a good movie-going experience. The climax of that movie is one of the greatest climaxes to any Star Wars film. Now, my favorite Star Wars film is Empire Strikes Back. It could be yours. It's a lot of people's. if you're a fan of Star Wars and you say, "What's your favorite one?" In my experience, 9 out of 10 people say Empire Strikes Back. The Force Awakens I saw at the cinema, and that was great. It was in 3D, which I'm not a big fan of, but it was a really good return, and I enjoyed the movie-going experience of that movie, of that film. So yeah, I mean, I want to know your movie-going experiences, your good ones and your bad ones. Like I said, I'm trying to. There's been a couple of. I mean, like I say, The Lost World at the cinema wasn't great. Jurassic Park 2, basically. Jeff Goldblum was a completely different character in that movie. He was still the same guy, Malcolm, but his character was completely different. And you could argue, well, it's going to be. After what he went through in the original Jurassic Park, he's going to have a few personality changes. You know, it would change you. Maybe. So I'll excuse that. But I wasn't a big fan of The Lost World at cinema. I think we were all, well, I was expecting a lot more. Sometimes you go in to watch a film with your expectations way too high, and that happens. But I think that time I can be excused because Jurassic Park, the first film I ever saw at the cinema, one of the greatest films of all time, followed up by quite a lackluster sequel, in my humble opinion. I've seen many other films at the cinema, but I'm going to stop there, guys, because I want to know what you've seen. I want to know what you love at the cinema, and when you come and watch it back at home on DVD or back in VHS or Blu-ray, whatever, was it just as good, or was it better at the cinema? Was it better at home? Let's talk about cinema experiences, though. Comment down below and let me know. I want to know what you've seen, what you've enjoyed, and why. My name's Richard, this is Movie Chat and more. Thank you so much for watching. You don't know how much I appreciate that. And I'll see you guys all very soon. Probably a Halloween video, I'm not too sure. I can't believe how close we are to Halloween 2018. Are you excited? Of course you are. Thanks for watching. Bye.